And it was chilly this morning. 44 degrees, our official low this morning at RDU here in the Triangle. That is the coolest since last April. That's almost 6 months, 171 days, and well below our average low of 52. And let me tell you, we're going to go even lower than that next week. But as Rachel said, what a great Friday as we head into the second full week of October. A live look over at Lenovo Center right there. And of course, next door to Carter Finley. State plays football there tomorrow. We'll talk about that forecast a little later. This a live look from our Whitley Law Firm weather camera. And speaking of which, we have a brand new camera to show you, and it just happens to be on top of the Whitley Law Firm right here in Midtown. This is looking downtown. Beautiful shot there. You can see some of the leaves are starting to change. So this camera kind of right across the street from us over by Duke Rowley Hospital, if you're familiar. So we're happy to have that great shot there. And we're even happier to see 70 degrees. What a great weather week it has been. If you liked it, I've got more of it coming next week. And if you don't like it, I've actually got a warm up this week that'll have some of us close to 80 degrees. So here's what we've got in store tonight. Clear skies, dry weather, low humidity, and like the last couple of nights, when we have these longer October nights with low humidity, the air is really dry, cools off really fast. And that's why we'll race from 61 at 8 to 55 at 10, down into the 40s overnight. And maybe not as cool as this morning, but pretty darn close. 46 degrees is how your Saturday will start. So high pressure, it's been in control the last few days. It's pushing down on our atmosphere, keeping any clouds from developing, keeping any rain from getting around here. I mean, you look around the country, I mean, everyone's being influenced by this high pressure. But our next weather maker is this cold front. It'll be here on Monday. Probably not with any rain, but another blast of cold air behind it. We'll show you how cold in just a second. I mentioned a weekend warm-up. Instead of temperatures around 70, we'll be in the upper 70s with sunny skies and dry weather both days this weekend. A little cooler than last weekend. Remember, last weekend we were in the 80s, but this weekend temperatures getting close to 80. And of course, all week long, we have talked about Milton. Milton actually technically no more, but you can still kind of see the leftovers of the clouds continuing to push east into the North Atlantic. Leslie is still holding on in the North Atlantic as a tropical storm. That is not our problem. And then just off the coast of Africa, this cluster of clouds has a 50% chance of developing, but also expected to turn north and will not be a problem for us. So that's great news. Remember, every time this time of year, we start to get cold fronts coming through. It's really hard for a tropical system to make it in here because those cold fronts usually deflect it. So if we do get a named system, probably won't be our problem, but we're already on the N-named storm, Nadine. And if you kind of look back at the year, I mean, Milton and Beryl were both Cat 5s. We've had a couple Cat 4s. So what we thought was going to be a busy season and then was slow to get started has gotten a little silly. So we're happy that the season ends in a month and a half. All right, so here's what we've got for your weekend. Sunny skies, temperatures in the upper 70s. So a warm up that will give us a false sense of maybe another round of summer. But hold on, because that cold front Monday will drop our temperatures into the 60s for most days next week as we look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. Guys, watch out Wednesday because our high will be 61. That means we'll spend most of the day in the 50s. Thursday morning, low 40s. Some of us could be in the upper 30s. And of course, the North Carolina State Fair begins on Thursday, and it's going to feel like North Carolina State Fair weather. And I know a lot of times this time of year, we want some rain to help our yards because we're seeding and everything, but we also want dry weather for our friends out west. Yeah. We can't make everyone happy, but that 10-day still has no rain on it.
Wow.
It looks great. It's going to feel good, too.
Yeah.
All right, Wes, thanks.